Okay, hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Super excited because this is my first video because I have literally been waiting forever for this tripod so I can actually take real videos. Now, on Instagram as under the same name, Imperfectly Perfect Planner, and quite a few people have been requesting that I do a little tutorial on how I do my watercolor clouds. Now, I say watercolor clouds because I don't actually use any watercolors. I'm going to do it all using these three tombows. 723, 451, and 620. Now, my bullet journal theme this month is rain and clouds and Easter-y pastel colors, and so I decided to do these pastel, watercolor-y. Watercolor-y, is that a word? Well, it is now. Watercolory clouds. And I did it all using just these markers, because these markers are amazing. And I'm going to show you guys how. Now, all right. Another thing that you're going to need is either one of these. These are like $1 at Michael's. I got this one for literally $1. But if you don't have one on hand, don't fret, because you can also just use any old standard plastic bag as well. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now obviously the first thing you need to do is draw your cloud. Now, Amanda Rachel Lee made a really, really cute video on how to do clouds, because we all know clouds are pretty easy to draw, but a lot of people draw them the same because what they do is they just do the same shape like this over and over and over again. And it looks so much better if you switch up the sizes of your little ovals like this. You see what I mean? I got that little trick from Amanda. Shout out to Amanda Rachel Lee. Thank you for that little tip, because honestly, it definitely makes my clouds look much better in my opinion. Another thing that I like to do is I don't like to ever lift my hand up when I'm doing the cloud, because it just gives it a more cohesive look. Another thing I always like to do is make it look like there's another cloud coming out of this cloud. And you don't always have to do, the uniform oval shape. You can do a rectangular cloud. Who cares, because clouds come in many different forms. So if it starts to take, a shape of its own or a life of its own, that's okay. They're clouds, you can kind of play with it a little bit. All right, now I always just do everything in pencil first, because just in case. But after the pencil, I usually go over everything with my Micron. 03 is usually the general one that I like to use, because it seems to be just the perfect fit for everything. And also because my daughter took my 01 and went and squished it. And I'm not bitter about it at all. Just kidding. All right. So let's do this. Okay. I got my 3 colors. All right. Usually, I just like to do one color at a time, so I'm going to start with pink. Take your tombow, literally just draw a little circle in there. Then you're going to want to take your clear blending brush. These usually come with every pack of tombows. Okay, take that. First thing I would recommend doing, if you use this a lot like me though, is sort of make sure there's no residue or no color on there already. All right, now you just are gonna take this and just sort of scoop up that color like so. And you can pretty much pick anywhere you want it to go. And then just start coloring, and you'll notice it'll get lighter and lighter and lighter the more you color. It gets less pink and less pink and less pink. Alright. I want to put a little bit of pink in my other cloud here, so I'm going to do, let's do a little at the bottom here. generally do everything in circular motions. I'm not sure why. I just feel like it blends better together rather than just, you know, straight flat anything. All right, so there's my pink. Next, let's do purple. Take your purple and same thing. Color, color, color. Grab your blending brush. And it's okay if there's a little bit of pink left on there because, again, you want it to sort of mix together and combine. And then you're just going to sort of color. And yeah, it's okay to go ahead and color over the pink. It doesn't really matter because you want to blend it all together anyways. Now, if you are using a bullet journal that doesn't have the best quality paper, you might have an issue with a little bit of bleed through if you go over these too much, because these are water-based pens, markers, so you do have to be a little bit careful. But I have a minimalism art bullet journal, and those are super thin normally, and honestly those don't even bleed through, as long as I just tend to only do it once and don't go over it over and over and over again. It seems to work just fine. All right, and now I'm gonna do blue. Blue is always going to be my, you know, the main color I use when doing clouds for obvious reasons. And again, I don't care if there's already color on my blending brush because I want all these colors to blend together anyways. And then I'm just going to color in any spots that don't have color. And yes, it's okay, like I said, to color in, you know, color on the pink a little bit. I wish it was showing up on the camera a little bit more. Almost looks like an orange, but in real life it actually looks beautiful. It looks like a beautiful pastel pink, purple, and blue. It just looks beautiful, and that's literally it. That is it. Like, the main reason I'm making this video is because I could not find a video like this anywhere on someone just showing me how to make these awesome looking clouds without watercolors, because not everybody can afford watercolors. Or not everybody has watercolors on hand, and I've already spent a fortune on my bullet journal addiction. I really have, and I don't really have the funds at the moment to be spending any more money on it. So I wanted to do it just using my tombows, and I wanted to know if there was a way, and sure enough, there is. All right, now my colors are starting to get a little bit empty. There's still some pink, so I'm going to use a little bit more pink since we do still have some of that left. I'm trying to make this video short and sweet because I'm mom and my daughter's sleeping and my son should be getting home from school any minute now. So don't mind me, but I'm a multitasker. Now, I think I've got enough of the pink and the purple, so I want to just stick to blue from now on. So I just take my blending brush, and anywhere that there's not blue, I'm just going to go ahead and color it in blue. And it's okay if it's not perfect because, you know, it's supposed to mimic like a watercolor feel. So it's okay if it's not perfect and every single white spot isn't covered. It's okay. You know, just do it how you like it. Do it what makes you happy. Like when I look at that, that makes me happy. I mean, I've even seen certain people take their blending brush, take another tombow, and just color right on it. I'm a little nervous to do that, but supposedly it comes right off. No matter, even if it's not a blending brush, it could be to the video that I watched, she was doing yellow and red. She took the red tombow and just colored right on her yellow tombow and then did lettering, and it made it have a nice little ombre effect. So it was really, really, really cool. I was really surprised by that. There's all these awesome things that you can learn on the internet. It's crazy. And hopefully I can be one of those people to show you these things now. And that's literally all you do. Now, if you don't have one of these nifty little things, again, that's okay. You can just use plastic, and it does virtually the same exact thing. So I'm just gonna draw another small little cloud here. And you'll notice how I always keep my ovals different shapes just to make it interesting. I just think it looks a little cuter. And for some reason they always end up in the same generic cloud shape. No matter how much I try to switch it up, that's how it looks. All right, now when you're wanting to use the plastic rather than this little palette thingy here, it's again super simple. Take whatever colors you want, sort of just draw a little circle. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just draw use all three of the colors and draw them right now. Normally I don't like to do that because I think it will make them dry out faster and you won't be able to use it as long. But since we're pressed for time here, I think it'll be all right. Okay, so in case you can't see, just drew a little circle of my pink, my purple, my blue. Again, I always like to take my blending brush and just make sure there's no extra color on there already from whatever I was using this for before, because I use this a lot. Okay. All right, so let's start with the pink again, because the pink seems to be the darkest. And you'll see that it does literally the same exact thing that nifty little tool I had did. Same exact effect. So you don't need a lot of money to get this cool look. You don't need to go buy fancy little things. I mean, the tombows are pretty expensive, I will say, but they are worth it because there's so many different things that you can do with them. I mean, this is just one example of something you can do with tombows, but I mean, the lettering you can do, the blending, the other types of blending you can do, it's honestly amazing how much you can do with these things. And just personally, I would absolutely recommend these to any artist, bullet journaler, or just anybody that is just human living on this planet, because they're freaking amazing. Why wouldn't you want to use them? In my opinion, they are the best of the best. Boom. There you have it. Kim's watercolor clouds, brought to you by nothing but Tombow markers and a plastic bag. Boom. Now, I apologize for my lighting or anything else that's a little off, because this is my very first video ever, because I've been waiting for this tripod, but I hope this helped. Thanks for checking it out. If you've stumbled across this video somehow, please continue to check out my channel, because I have so many more videos coming up. Thanks, guys.